So, hi everyone, welcome to the week 2 maths graded assignment solution for the second term. So, let us start our discussion with the first question that is given as so the profit of any starfish company is given by this polynomial and it is given by x square plus bx plus c, profit as a function of x, and there are three values for a every x, and x is like 1 for January and 2 for February and so on. So in January and February the company made a loss of 45 lakhs and 90 lakhs. That means for x is equal to 1 and for x is equal to 2 the value will be minus 45 and minus 19 unit is in lakhs, and finally the company made profit of 3 lakhs when x is equal to 3, okay, in March. So it is stating that the loss is represented by negative of profit that we have done earlier. So we have to choose correct set of options based on the given information. So the options are asking about the maximum profit and what is the that amount. So here there are three variables, and obviously a b c, and there will be three equations based on it. So first we will substitute x as 1, then 2, and then 3. So when we substitute x as 1, so it will give 1 1 and 1, okay. So here it is value of a, b and c, so it will give minus 45. Similarly for 2 it will be 4 and 2 and 1, so it will be minus 19, and for x is equal to 3, so it will be 9 3 and 1, so it will be equal to 3. So basically we have to find the maximum profit, so we will have to find the value of a b c, then we will find the, okay, when we differentiate it, when then we will differentiate it, and since it is asking about maximum profit, then it must have the value of a should be less than 0, then it will achieve maxima. So now what can we do from here is first we will make equation in these two because the value of c is constant throughout, then in these two. So uh, subtract the second row from the subtract second row from the first row, okay. So it will become 3 and this will become 1, so it will be, okay, so this is 9 minus 19 plus 45, so it will give 26. So this is b and sorry, this is a and this is b. From here it will be 5 unit of a and 1 unit of b, so it will be 3 plus 19, that will give 22. So now from here we can subtract b, okay, these two. So the a term will be minus 2 and here it will give 4. So from here a will be equal to minus 2, that we have discussed earlier that it should be less than 0. So from here a is equal to minus 2, then we will substitute here, then we will get the value of b. So 5 times a, that will give minus 10, plus b will give 12, so b will be equal to 12 plus 10, that is 32. So now we have to find the value of c. So a is minus 2, b is 32, and c total gives minus 45, so it is 30. So c will be equal to minus 75. So now we know all the values of the variable, so now we can make the profit as a function of x. So it will be minus, okay, so this is profit of x as a function of x, so it will be minus 2x square plus 32x minus 75, okay. So basically this graph will be like downward facing parabola, and since it cuts the x-axis, because here it is 3 lakhs which is above x-axis and there are 2 points that is below the x-axis, so it will cut the x-axis at 2 points. So we have to find for what value of x this will achieve maxima and what will be that value. So for it we will use a very basic calculus here. So let me erase here. So first we will derivate it with respect to x. So it will become minus 4x plus 32. So it will be equal to 0. So x will be 8. Okay. So for the value of x that is equal to 8. So it will correspond to, I think, August. So in the option this will be our correct one because it is asking about the correct set. So we now know in the month of August the company will make the maximum profit. So and we have to find the how much profit it will gain. So for it we will substitute P of 8. So it will give minus 2 times 64 minus 75 plus 32 times 8. Okay, so this is minus 128 minus 75 plus 16 to 56. Okay, so minus 125 75 will give 200 and plus 3 minus 203 plus 256. Okay, so simply this is 53. So the company will make a maximum profit of 53 lakhs. Okay, so the third option is correct. So for the first question there are two options that is correct, the second one and the third one. Moving to the second question. So this particular question is basically a statement based. So the first statement says that A dash B, or what you study or what you read here, is the augmented matrix of A dash B dash, and the matrix obtained from AB after finite number of elementary row operation of the system. Then the system Ax is equal to B and A dash X is equal to B dash have same set of solution. Okay, that's correct because we do Ax is equal to B and A dash is equal to B dash for our convenience, like in the echelon form and many operation. So that's why we do such type of operation. So this is correct. Okay, the second option says A dash B dash is the reduced row echelon form of AB. Okay, then the system A dash B dash has at least one solution. Basically this is not correct. Let us take one example here. Let us suppose there is one equation like x plus 2y is 4 and second one is 2x plus 4y, that is given by 12. Okay, so this will correspond to no solution because these two lines are parallel, although we can write in the reduced row echelon form, but we will not get any solution. Okay, so that's why this statement is incorrect. The third statement says that A dash B dash is the reduced row echelon form of AB, and then A dash is also in the reduced echelon form. Oh yeah, that's correct. Or A dash B dash, then if there is any matrix AB and we will apply some basic elementary operation, then for A as well as for B we apply that operation. Okay, so that's why this is correct. The last statement says that A dash B dash is the reduced row echelon form of AB. Okay, and there is no such rule that only non-zero entry lies. Okay, if any row in which all the elements are 0, then it will have no solution. Okay, so a study further here. I am reading further that lies in the column last column of A dash B dash, then the okay, so there is no row such that only non-zero entry lies in that last column of A dash B dash, then the system of Ax is equal to B has at least one solution. This is particularly correct because if it had 0 then it will have no solution. If it does not have any 0 in the last column or in the last row, non-zero entry. Okay, so it means that it will have some dependent value or independent value. Okay, so that's why this statement is correct. Moving to the third one. Okay, so let me erase all this. So the third question says that if the sum of all elements of each row of a matrix A is 0, then A is not invertible. This is correct because let us take one example. So let us take this is a matrix A B C D E F G H I. Okay, so it is stating that if sum of all the elements of each row, that means A plus B plus C is 0, similarly D plus E plus F is 0 and G plus H plus I is equal to 0. So here in any matrix we can apply any row or column operation. So let us suppose I am applying column 1 as column 1, 2 and 3. So it will be equal to A plus B plus C, then B C, similarly it will D E F and E F, similarly G plus H plus I, then H I. Okay, so since all these values are 0 and column 1 become 0, okay, so this is 0, so determinant of this particular matrix A will be equal to 0. If determinant of any matrix is 0, then it is not invertible. That's why this statement is correct. The second statement says that is a matrix of order 3 times 3 obtained from identity matrix by finite number of elementary row operation, then is invertible. Okay, so this is basically E is a identity matrix. Okay, so its determinant will be equal to 1. If you do any types of elementary row operation, then it will be multiplied by some constant determinant of A. Okay, so it will be not equal to 0, so that's why this is invertible. The third statement says any system of linear equation has at least one solution. So this is particularly incorrect, because in the earlier question this same statement was given in some other form, that was uh, in this form. Okay, so that's why this is not correct. I will use the same equation that I have taken earlier, that is 2x plus 4y. Let us suppose this is 6 and 4x plus 8y is given by 16. Then these two equations correspond to no solution. So how we can substantiate this statement that any system of linear equation have at least one solution? So basically this statement is correct, incorrect. These two are correct. The fourth statement says, so let me erase all these. Okay, so this was correct, this was correct, this was incorrect. Now moving to the fourth one. So basically it is given that there is any matrix of order 3 cross 3 and its determinant is equal to 3. So we have to find the determinant of its adjugate. Okay, so let us take a very basic example for matrix A. So let us suppose this is any matrix that is like this. Okay, so this is 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, and its determinant is equal to 3. So we have to find the adjugate. So we will first find its minor, then cofactor. Okay, so cofactor is given by minus 1 to raise I plus j times minor. Okay, ij. So minor will be 1 2 3. So similarly 1 2 3, so it will be equal to 3 when you find, because all the diagonal elements are there only, so it will be no. So how will find minor? So we'll erase this one, then 3 times 1 0. Similarly when we go to the second column, so this one and this one, so it will be 3. Okay, then it will become 0 and 1. Okay, so this is how. And since all these elements are diagonal elements, so there will be no change in cofactor, so adjugate will be equal to like this one. Okay, so adjugate of matrix A will be 3 0 0, then 0 3 0 0 0 1. Okay, so finally the determinant of adjugate, so this is adjugate, so determinant of adjugate of A, okay, will be equal to 9. So this is incorrect, this is correct. Okay, so for question number 3, 1 2 and the last option is correct. Moving to the fourth one. So here there are 3 books, that is comics, horror and novel, which Ramya has bought. So Ramya bought 1 comic, 2 horror and 1 novel for 1000 rupee. Similarly 251 for 2000 rupee, and similarly 4 5 and some novel which cost D. Okay, so we have to find the representation, correct representation, and like this one. So how we can write this? So the matrix representation to find x1, x2, x3 will be 1 2 1 2 5 1 4 5 c multiplied by x1, x2, x3 1000 2000 and d. So this is correct. The second is like in the transpose form. Okay, so basically this is 1 times 3 and this is 3 times 3, so basically it will give 1 times 3, or you can also multiply it. Okay, so that's why this is also correct. When you take transpose, so it will be out here. And okay, so this is correct. Or you can also multiply taking x1, then it will be x1 plus 2x2 plus like this. Okay, uh, then x3. Okay, so x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 will give 1000, then 2x1 5x2, then x3 will give 2000. Okay, so that's why this is correct. These two representation is correct. This is incorrect because we can't multiply, because it's 3 times 3, it is 1 times 3. This should be equal. Okay, so that's why this is incorrect. Moving to the fourth one. So here we have to apply some row column operation, or basically we will deal with some echelon form of this particular matrix. So let me write in another slide. So this was 1 2 1 2 5 1 and 4 5 and C. This is 1000 2000 and this is D. Okay, so we what we will do here is we will try to make it in the reduced echelon form. So first what we will do here is we'll make it at 0. So here what I am doing is R2 is equal to R2 minus 2R1. Okay, so this will become 1 to 1, this will become 1000. So 2 times 2 will give 0. Okay, 5 times 4 will give 1, and 1 times 2 minus 1. Okay, so this will remain same, 4 5 c. So this will become 0. 2000 minus 2000 and this is D. Now what we'll do here is we will apply row 3 as row 3 minus 4R1. Okay, so this will become 1 2 1 0 1 minus 1 and this will become 0. Okay, so this is 0. 5 minus 8 will give minus 3 and C minus 4. Okay, so basically this is 1000 0 and D. Sorry, it is D minus 4k. Here k means 1000 rupee. So now what we'll do here is we will divide it by 3, so it will be minus 1 C minus 3 and it will be 3. Now we will add these two rows, so it will be 1 to 1 1000 0 1 minus 1 and this will cancel, so 0 1 sorry, it is 0 C minus 4. Okay, minus 1, so it will become C minus 7 divided by 3, it will be 0. So D minus 4k, so here it is 0, so nothing will change, so D minus 4k divided by 3, so 3 will and 3 will balance. So now we have just reduced this form. So this is 1 to 1 1000 0 1 minus 1 0 and 0 0 C minus 7 D minus 4k. Okay, so let me draw a line here. So now moving to the option. So this option is if Farjana tries to find x1 x2 x3 using the appropriate matrix representation where C takes C as 2 and D is equal to 4000. Okay, so here C is 2, that means this matrix will become 1 2 1 0 1 minus 1 0 0 and minus 5 here 1000 0 and it will become 0. Okay, so it is stating that then the price of each comic book that say the Sarai will not be unique, so it will be unique. Okay, so that's why this is incorrect. The next statement is if C is equal to 7. Okay, so here it will become 0 and D is equal to 4000, so this is also 0. Then the price of each comic book cannot be determined, so that's why this is correct, because this is the last will become 0. The next statement says if c is equal to 7 and d is equal to it is 3000. Okay, so if it's 0 and it is 3000, so it will be minus 1000 rupee. Okay, so this is minus 1000. Then the shopkeeper has made a mistake. Oh, yeah, obviously it has made some mistake because it should be 0, so that's why this is correct. The last statement says that if c is equal to 2, d is equal to 3000, then the price of each comic book cannot be determined. Okay, so here c should be equal to 2, so this is 1 to 1 1 0 1 minus 1 0. Yeah, here it is 0 0, and this is minus 5000 0, and it was 3. Okay, so minus 1000, so cannot be determined. Okay, from here we can find the value of each of the variable. So that's why uh, uh, so it has been stating that books can be determined, so that's why this is correct. Okay, so for the question number 4, so from the question number 4, okay, so last 3 options are correct, this is incorrect, and these 2 are correct. Okay, so these 2 particular, the middle one, are incorrect. Moving to the 5th question. So consider the system of linear equation given below. Okay, so we have to find the number of solution. So just look at these 2 particular equation. Okay, so these 2, so the left hand side of these 2 equations are equal, but the right hand side, that is pi and d, these are not equal, so that's why it will exhibit no solution. Okay, that means 0.